close with communism that it's practically debating communism itself versus democracy, or versus every other type of government.
Yeah, what I said was pretty much like, is communism a feasible political system in our world?
Not right now, it's not.
Nor will it ever be. But
when we have a world government, it will.
When we have well, you're recording a very intellectual conversation.
Oh, remember like yesterday we were talking...
Oh, he can't sound smart.
Remember like a few days ago when we were talking about this, and we were talking about how people who do have, you know, above average commodity and things like that, you know, people who live the closest thing you can really get to a lavish lifestyle in, you know, a communist government. People who have that earn it by merit and by actually contributing something to the rest of society and the human race.
Yes. And they don't necessarily live I mean, everybody lives a comfortable life in the ideal communist society, but the people who contribute something so profound, they're revealed in a they're revered in a more like in essence rather than in physical in a physical sense.
My question is to you, I mean, like, what about people who are, you know, entertainers and things like that? Because I mean, like, let me give you an example. For me personally, I think it would be really cool if I could drive a very nice car. I'm not saying it's my everything, and I'm not saying, oh man, I'm gonna be pissed if I don't have a nice automobile. However, I think it's a nice commodity to have and a good way to measure personal success. Would you agree or disagree?
In this current society, it is.
Now, it's like if we had, or if I lived, you know, under a government which was communist, if I'm good at what I do, but it's just not scientific and everything, I'm basically screwed and I can't have dreams.
No, that's not true at all. Because,
so, I mean, if I'm a successful musician in a communist government, can I still have my Lamborghini?
As I said before, you're not rewarded in a monetary sense or in a physical sense for doing things like that. Everyone is already provided for, and everyone pretty much has, like, you gotta imagine, in a communist society, people wouldn't think the way they think today. There would be no one who would say crave riches and personal wealth, because that would be an unheard of thing. It would be something that simply doesn't exist and hasn't existed for centuries at that point. Like I'm talking like Star Trek kind of stuff, like Gene Roddenberry again. Man, like
that's like Anthem, or like the Fountainhead or whatever it is.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, yes, being a popular comedian or a musician or an entertainer is a very important part of any social environment. Like any, you know, it's more than just important economically. Those kind of things benefit the society in a mental fashion. So that is equally as beneficial as, say, you know, the person who cured cancer, or the person who invented or perfected cold fusion. You know, that they're all important, and what you're good at defines what you do and how you're appreciated. You're going to be much more appreciated than, say, just a laborer, but you're going to be appreciated in a different way, not in a monetary sense. And that's what people have trouble letting go of right now. That's why people can't envision communism, because everybody thinks that way. Well, how am I going to measure this
I want
success?
something I can grasp.
Yeah, and that's not how communism is, and that is exactly why it won't work, because people are too human.
Now, do you think? Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.